Good day, everyone. Welcome to the online workshop on Marma Memory Enhancement. This is a very important exercise for all of you because later on, when you're getting older, you'll feel it very, very useful. First of all, that doesn't happen. You don't get, older in terms of your memory. So you'll be very unique, different from people who normally get older. First of all, you have to understand what is memory. What is memory? Only then you can think about how do you enhance memory. So usually we think that memory has to do with the brain. That's not the truth. Brain is a very important part of memory. Okay, brain is a very important organ for the memory, but the memory doesn't exist only in the brain. Brain cell memory is only a part of the whole memory. So when we say memory, the main memory is in what is we call the genetic center memory, the karma box memory. So the whole part of bringing back, so I'm trying to remember things, recalling things is different memory. If I want to remember names, I forget names. For instance, I can remember many things, but I cannot capture names. I don't remember names. Names of places, names of persons. Most Vata people have this kind of a memory issue. So, and then we have a long-term memory, short-term memory, etc. So somebody can remember what you ate day before yesterday. What was your dinner? Right? It's easy. They have a shorter term, mostly like a pitta type. People can remember those short-term things, but they cannot go beyond what was the memory when they were very young. Difficult. It's very difficult to process. So it's a mind-body type problem. As well as the memory is not limited to only that we think it belongs to the brain, the memory. The brain is important part, I told you, for memory, but not necessarily the brain itself. Can you do the whole memory without the brain? There are memories you can have without even the brain, right? But it's not like measurable things. You won't know because people cannot speak, but they still can have memories. Now, how do we enhance all the memories? Now, I can give you very little part of the whole thing because the memory enhancement should happen in all the different regions in our body. If our biomagnetic energy memory is there, so in the physical body memory is cell memory. We call the cell memory. This physical body cell memory is the modern biology memory. It's the DNA memory, right? Then we have sensory memory. Our senses have memories. You remember things by taste, smell, right? Touch. These are memories. There's a sensory memories. You taste something and you can remember that through your tongue. So some people may not have that memory for the tongue They cannot remember through taste. They taste something, but they cannot recall what it is. Not easy. For some people, they just taste or smell. They can, recall, oh, this is this. I ate something like this. This is probably these are the ingredients. So sensory memory has nothing to do with what you think is like the brain processing thing. It is very localized. Okay. Now, the memory in the biomagnetic energy, the physical body is there. Then we have the astral body, we call it. Astral body memory. Astral body memory can do projections. It can have its own registrations inside that. It's very stronger memory. Then we have causal body memory, biomagnetic memory, Karana Sharira memory. So those memories are very fundamental. That's the seed memories, because the biomagnetic memory only is like at a condensed at the genetic center. That's the main memory. Genetic center is the condensed version, which is in the Mooladhara, base chakra, all this. Emerging of that mind is happening from that basic Mooladhara chakra. So what we call mind has to do with the genetic center or the black box, Mooladhara memory. So everything that we are seeing, etc., or deep inside, in us. So when you're dreaming, you're closing eyes, your thoughts will still have the memory, of touch, taste, smell, video, audio, any of this. So when people can have memories like they are very good in video or they're very good in audio, but generally we are saying memory, we associate with the video memory only, right? So we think that if they cannot remember some images, and we say, that's a type of memory. But think about a blind person, what kind of memory they will have. They're not using video images. So they can still know where their house is. Their memory is strong, which is the road. This is the direction. So that memory of touch and other sensory memories like smell, everything will be stronger for them. So memory doesn't mean just the visual memory alone. Okay. Now, there are very two important memory points. There are many memory points. I'll give you three exercises. One is a marma memory enhancement for the whole body, because whole body has memory, remember. It's not just the memory is limited to the brain, but in order for the brain to function, there are memory enhancement exercise, number one. Second one, to bring the recalling. That's what we call generally memory. That's what I'm doing. We're not enhancing the sensory memory and all. We don't have time for that. Okay. So you want to recall stuff, long term, short term. So that two marma memory around the face, I will give you those two memory points. So three things, right? So the first thing is very important. It is also a warm-up exercise, but if you do that and then you do this, point two, you will remember. So suppose somebody has some problem. Say you cannot remember right now. Anybody has that problem? Like I cannot remember certain things. And you will check after this. You try to recall somebody's name. You can remember barely. Some friend. Think about some friend in your fifth grade. You're a fifth grade, you had a friend, right? And you can remember all the things that you had with that friend, time, you remember his face, video images, you can remember, but you cannot remember his or her name. Anybody has that problem? I know this guy. Name is a little closer. I feel like I know his name or name, but I cannot, it's very close. You have something like that? Okay, so yeah. So that's a more of a Vata disorder. I'll tell you how to increase. It's a slow process. You have to do this, regularize this exercise. But right now we can do things that you can check whether you can recall, you can go. There are very memory mapping and other kind of exercises. There are in the modern also they will try to in the modern knowledge. What is that exercise? I forgot. They used to connect one with another. That there are people do these things, and they can increase the memory that way. But in memory, that practice alone will not be enough until we increase the biomagnetic energy. The main important part of the memory is the presence of the intensity of biomagnetic energy in the body. If your biomagnetic energy is not enough, you will not, you cannot even think. That's the brain supply cuts down. So the main thing is like when you are sleeping and waking up, your body is charged. It's like a battery charging. So you're charging a battery. So it's equivalent to, an analogy would be a car battery. A car battery consists of the physical structure, that's our physical body. Then you have the electrolyte, the liquid, right? So that electrolyte is compared to the sexual vital fluid in our body. And then you have the positive, negative charges moving, ions. That's the current. The current is the astral body, like our life force. And then you they take that current and produce the biomagnetic output, the magnetic output, such as the speaker, the working engine, or, the AC. Everything has to do with the electricity, right? The electricity need to be there. So the life force need to be there, but you use the life force biomagnetic energy for seeing, hearing, smelling, touch, all these expressions, 5 sensory expressions, and processing and registering it as memory. Processing these 5 inputs, whatever we see, it shrinks down, through our eyes and then compresses, and is part of the biomagnetic energy. It gets imprinted there. And whenever we wanted to we have the same frequency, the brain acts like a cathode ray tube where the brain can, like a screen, so the thoughts come up from the genetic center, hits the brain, and like a fluorescence screen in a cathode ray tube, you will see the image, whatever, 5 kind of things, smell, touch, everything happens in space outside. So you can, that's the process. So this is the comparison of analogy of a car battery, the human. So for an engine, a car battery, say it's used for the main process, 70%, and for all the outputs, speaker, etc., 30%. Same way, our biomagnetic energy that you charged up when you're sleeping, naturally the cosmic energy comes because you're going to a zero state when you're sleeping, almost touching close to zero. Cosmic energy pumping charge you. right? Sleep is a natural meditation state. So once it charges, automatically the 70% is used for your autonomous function, 30% for the brain function. But if you're not charged fully, if you did not get good sleep, what happens? So you're charged up with 80% instead of 100%. Now, you're already using your senses. You're working on a computer or doing some other activities with the karmendriya, jnanendriyas. You start to work, right? Sensory organs. So the brain started to function. 30% is already used. So you will have only out of 80%, 30% is consumed anyways. So you will have only 50% left in your body. So it has to borrow from that organ, whatever you're using, that time. Say, suppose you're using at 11 o'clock, it will take it from your, spleen. So the spleen will stop function. So organ damages can happen because of that. And then if your spleen is functioning properly, then you cannot think properly. So this is what, either way, so the deficiency that you start with becomes a problem. So the best part is to increase the biomagnetic energy in the body. So that's why meditation helps. That's why I request everybody to join our meditation sessions. Mondays, every Monday we have meditation sessions. It's a free, you can join at 5:30 Eastern time. Okay. 5:30 a.m., which is 3 p.m. in the IST. Okay. See that time zones, Europe and other, you can calculate Dubai if you're from UAE, calculate the time. So Monday, so you can 5:30 a.m. Okay, EST. And so if you come, you have to do that practice regularly. Your biomagnetic energy increases and you charge up, right? So if you're charging up to 150%, 200%, then the 100% you can keep it, and excess that you gained, the biomagnetic energy use up for the sensory functions, then the memory will be really good. So I'll teach one memory enhancement exercise, physical exercise. Yeah. Okay, so I'll answer your question, Andy. So in a bit. Okay. So we'll go with the Marma exercise, physical exercise. And this is very important because this will open up the channels for the Manavagastrothamis, right? So Manavagastrothamis are for functioning the Mano, right? Mano means mind, right? Strotamis are bunch of nadis like buses put together, jointly function the mind. So they will open up. So that's what we will do, the first part, and then we'll activate the marma, right? And we will be, so the first part I'll just, it's a very easy part. So just watch me doing, you won't be seeing everything, but bit by bit, so I'm keeping my right hand on holding my earlobes, right, this is my right hand, okay, on my left. And then after that I put this, so this matters, okay, I'm putting left versus right as a sequence. So first is right and then left. Okay, so these are exercise for cleaning up the entire memory path. Okay, that's the first part we will do. So I'm going down, breathe in, breathe out. So with my toe, see, look at my toe. When I'm going down, I'm going on my toes and flatten when I come up. Okay, so breathe in, breathe out. breathe in, breathe out. Okay. Recreated, whatever you call it, discovery, invention, whatever you call it, right? So after this, what you do? Breathe in, breathe out. And then right leg forward, breathe in, breathe out. Straight, breathe in, breathe out. Left leg forward, breathe in, breathe out. When you're doing left leg forward, see automatically the right leg will be up. Breathe out. Then straight, breathe in, breathe out. Then right at the back, cross, scissors. Breathe in, breathe out. Then straight, breathe in, breathe out. Left, cross, breathe in, breathe out. And then again straight, breathe in, breathe out. So like this, you start with 6 cycles. Okay? So 6 times you do this. It's a very good quantity for you. For if you do 6 times, something happens in our body. You can do more like 6, 12 like that. You can keep doing. There are many things open up. Right. So first you start with 6. Okay. So I'll just recall. So we'll review this. So this is 1. Okay. So this 1 will be breathe in, breathe out, go on your toes, flatten, So toes, see, look at my leg. I'm going down and then coming up, flatten. Okay. So this is very important. Okay. And then right leg forward, breathe in, breathe out, and straight. Close your eyes and do. Okay. Right now you can open your eyes. Then left leg forward, breathe in, breathe out, and straight. Breathe in, breathe out. Then right leg at the back, cross, breathe in, breathe out. Straight, out. Left leg, breathe in, breathe out. Straight, breathe in, breathe out. So this is 1 cycle. You do 6 cycles. You'll feel highly energized, warmed up. Now, channels opened up. Now we'll do the Marma. Okay. So the Marma, 2 Marmas I will give you. After this, you can sit down for some time, After doing 6 times, you want to do 6 times, everybody can do 6 times. I'll just wait for a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes. You want to do 6 times? Yeah, go ahead. Some of you might be driving or something, It's okay. Other people can do. Whoever can do it can do 6 times. Then we'll sit down and relax. Very good. If you're coming on the video call, I can give you some corrections if you're doing it wrong. That way it'll, yeah. Please make use of this opportunity so that you can learn as if you're learning in person. So I see only Andy is on the video. Yeah. Okay, good. Jay Kumar is coming now. Please, yes. Yeah. Yes. Breathe in, breathe out. iPhone is here now. Oh, iPhone is our, I think that's our Sharmila. Okay. Okay. 6 times. It's going to be a little difficult in the beginning. If you have knee issues and other things, it's This is a general warm-up exercise. Independently, this has benefits. I used to give these exercises. So these exercises I designed a few years back, maybe 6 years back. I've been doing multiple things, and I used to give this to people who have multiple problems, especially when they have memory issues. Not only memory issues like any mental disorders. You can use this exercise, tough exercise. Okay. And they are very powerful. They will reopen the Marma pathway from top to down, entire body. Okay. So free flow energy is good for you. All of you practice this exercise. You integrate with other exercise, you can integrate also. In the mornings are very powerful if you're doing this, but you can do any time. When your stomach is full, you can avoid doing this. Maybe you give 2 hours after, eat, but practice now it's okay. I'm just generally telling you, 2 hours after a heavy meal, right? Okay. After you do 6 times, then you relax. Okay, you stay down and relax. Now, yeah, take your own time to do this. Don't hurry up. So everybody's time may vary. So the slower, it's better, these exercises. Okay, after doing 6 times, you can operate the Tilatta Varmam, first Varmam. Okay, Tilatta Varmam is touching the what you call is the third eye. So it is in between. See, it's not the put. There are many varmas here. There are Pottu Varmam, Balachandra Varmam, Surya Varmam, Atangal, like that. There are many Atangals on the way. It goes up all the way. So we are going to do the Tilattakala Varmam, eyebrows and the nose joint. There's a dip here. That's the Tilattakala Varmam. The first Varmam, this Varmam will enhance the sensory memory. Okay. Sensory memory, stronger sensory memory. For the 5 senses, the memory will increase. So that means your taste sensation will increase. For example, you cannot taste and tell something. Now, by doing this, your taste, you will tell what it is. You will remember. Your smell will improve. Many people lost during COVID, the smell thing. So you can improvise, right? Like that, you can use it for the 5 sensory enhancement memory. So just touch here and do gentle vibrations. See, gentle shaking is called Anukudal. Anukudal is like very gentle vibrations. Okay, do for 30 seconds. This is all feather touch only. Very gentle touch. More than a little bit of feather touch. You can have a little bit of touch, 1/4. But very gentle touch is enough. Induction is also works, but now you touch. Once you increase the biomagnetic energy in your body, you can do induction without touching. Right now, you gently touch on new people who do not attend our regular meditations. Okay, and then after that, you remove your finger 30 seconds and focus on the third eye, Tilatta Varmam. Now, okay, now let us come to the next Marma. Okay. So you can see that 2 fingers from here, you see the lines, there should be 6 lines, but out of which 4 lines are complete. Other lines on your, if you do this on your forehead, you should see 4 clear lines. Okay. And then you'll have half line here and half line there on top. So out of the 4 clear line, the first line is called the Balachandra Varma. And the third line, Balachandra Varma will be exactly on the center of, if you know, it will be on the center of the forehead. Okay, touch the Balachandra Varma. Here you just gently touch. Clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise. You do circles like say clockwise, anti-clockwise, and then again clockwise. And then keep your fingers for 30 seconds very gently on the Balachandra Varma. Left hand you can use Chin Mudra if you want, you know, so it will enhance effect. Very gently feel the pressure. Release and then focus there. Focus on the point where you touched. Okay. Now, the next Varma is the third line. So 1, 2, third line here, which is this is 2 finger, another 2 finger you come, you know, so you're looking at 4 fingers from the Tilatakala Varma. You'll come to the third line. 1, 2, 3, third line, straight. Okay. So Turiya Varmam. You'll bring back all your memory. You can do now up to 60 seconds. Do very gentle vibration there. Just shake your hand little light. Not the whole hand, but like very locally. There, you know, that point, you should give a little vibration like that. Anukudal is called. Vibration, local vibration, very localized. Left hand Chin Mudra, right hand using for stimulation. Automatically vibrates if you keep straight. You can feel the vibrations. And shake. Now remove your fingers and focus at that point. Enhance your memory. It'll try to bring back your past. Immediate things that you can remember. Forgetting where you kept your pen. Short-term memory is very good for this. Near past. Now go to the back. When you grow back, beginning of the deep ear. That's the pain kulivarmam. Above pain kulivarmam is the pitarivarmam. One finger above. So that is from Tilatakalavarmam. You can take two spans. One span, two span. And then one finger above. So you go 1, 2 spans, you'll feel the dip. From the dip, one finger above, the beginning of the dip there. This will give you very old memories, the past memories. Sometimes it can go to your past life too. Touch that point. Very gentle touch. Feel the vibrations. Release your hand after 30 seconds. Focus there. Back eye. Feeder river. Even remember stories from what you learned when you were young, from your grandparents, parents. All those memories will come back. Very powerful memory marma. Okay, now last one I want to give you. This from the Tilata Kalavarmam, you touch this point. See here, like this, go here. Touch this is Purvavarmam, Nachatra Kalam. From there you go to Poigai Kalam. Poigai Kalavarmam is this in the corner, top. And then go like this to the Sevikutri Varmam, center of the eyes. Okay. So we'll do one more time. One, go to this, go here, and then go down. Center and then give a pressure. So all this point, you see pressure. I'm giving pressure here, then releasing, going through the Nakshatra column. I'm giving a pressure here, and then releasing, come to the center of the ears, pressure, release. So like this, we will do one more time. We'll do up to 6 times. Okay, 3. I will do 4. See the pathway? The pathway is from here to the dip here and then going straight. Okay, so dip there and then center of the ear. Tilatta Kalam, Purvavarmam. Nakshatra Varma, Poige Kalam, and the Sevikutri Varma. Okay. Now, rub your hands gently. Do eye palming. Rub your face upward of the body. So now we'll open for questions. So is there anything that you want to revise? So first thing you did the back and forth, sitting down after the physical exercise, the warming up, opening up the channels. And then you started with this exercise, clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise, Tilattakalvaram, 30 seconds, up to 1 minute, you can stay there and then focus there for 1 minute. Then we did the first line, Balachandra 2 fingers from this. Okay, so we do Anakudal means vibrations, gentle vibrations, 30 seconds. Then we did this point for up to 60 seconds. Third, another 2 fingers from here will come to the third line, Turiya Varmam. There you can do vibrations for up to 60 seconds. Then you bend to the Pidari, which is 2 suns and 1 finger above, beginning of the groove. There you can do a clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise also rotation there, and then you can keep your hand, finger, and for up to 1 minute you can do. So keep it very gentle, all of these Varma points, and you can do from 30 to 60 seconds, right? That's the time frame, and then we can, after all of this, then we'll do this exercise. Start from the Tilatakala Varman, around this, go here, and then go down, okay? So this time you do 6 times. And this is a very good exercise, for self-practice. So self-practice. If you want to teach and touch others, there are other processes. You learn our full Marma course, and try to attend if you're locally here, try to attend our workshop in October 4 and 5. Most people come on the 3rd and then they leave on 6th, like that. So they have extra time. They'll use morning, evening also. So if you happen to be in the local area in North America, this is a very good opportunity. We have it in the Binghamton area, workshops, and we have shared the workshop details in the chat probably. I think our team did this. So you can see there is a WhatsApp chat group you can connect. Then you will get to those who haven't joined the chat group. You can join the chat group and then you'll get information about this, and so every Monday, not every Monday, probably some Mondays, 1 or 2 Mondays we may skip because of our events. But mostly we will announce that Monday, 5:30, we'll have a meditation and you can integrate this. So whenever we are doing other meditations, as part of the meditation, you can integrate all these points, right? And maybe this week we can integrate those who are joining Monday 5:30, that is tomorrow. You can come at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Monday 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time. India time is 3 p.m. We'll integrate this with the meditation. So we do normal meditation with this. If you integrate this, it will be very, very powerful. You can feel that. And if you try to do this exercise regularly, your memory, some part of the memory will increase. As I told you, memory is vast, but some of the key memory points will be increased when you do this. Sensory memory, some long-term memory, and part of a short-term memory will increase. There are other types of memories. There are many memory exercises for that. So, okay, so it's a vast subject also. It's a ocean, right? So whatever I could do in this time frame, I have given the best for you. Okay. Any questions now? I'll open for questions. Let's do. Allow you to unmute. Now you can unmute, ask any questions, be attractive comments. Anything is good. Yes. Kindly open up.
Thank you for a very compact and fantastic session. Thank you so much. Other than memory, will this help in memory? I mean, some mental depression or mental depression rooted from hopelessness and anxiety.
Yeah, the Chillatakala Varmam and both these Varmam will help much. But every Marma point, how do you, for memory, you do certain things. For other things, you will have to, the way you operate will be different. There are different ways of operating the Marma point. So, but this will definitely, the side effects of this will be, you will have, when I say side effects, there's other byproducts are anxiety, the anxiety will come down. Then decision making, you'll be able to make very good decisions. Mental frequency decreases, right? So you become very calm. So all these are side effects. It's a very anti-aging also. Okay. So
Thank you.
yeah, definitely. Specifically for that, we can, some other class. Each one is it's a vast, as I told you, it's a vast subject. Like how we are in the modern science, there are many things in modern science, right? Yeah, like somebody is asking engineering, some subjects it's in, it's very different from biology. Similarly, those who lived in this area, this itself is ocean. So everything is very new. Oilation is different. How to oil the different part, which oil should be used for which components we use for which Varma point or itself. That itself is a whole science. So because we have moved, we thought that all the Western education only is an education and everybody need to get there and get jobs and all. So it was marketed fast. We lost all our ancient knowledge that is very useful for humanity. So that's why you may have difficulty because you spend most of your time on doing things that are not necessary for our life. So I've been using for 40 years, I've been practicing this.
Wow.
Yeah, I started exercise when I was 5 years old. I started my meditations. So, so I get into this so that the knowledge that I have right now, for everybody, every day, it's new things. But for me, it's just I've been doing this for a number of years now. So I didn't spend my time on unnecessary things in life. Even though I have graduated, I got my Ph.D., etc. These are always secondary things for me. My focus was on developing our ancient knowledge completely. It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Also, yeah, thanks. I fully agree with your points. You know that my mother is a neuro patient, having injured her spinal cord, and I'm also having some neuro issues with the memory issues. I have seen and I know that just among, neuro is one of the hundreds of medical practices, and neuro itself there is a non-surgical neuro, physiotherapy neuro, and brain neuro, and below neck neuro. Like that, there are multiple divisions. So
Yeah.
it is vast. I fully agree. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Dr. Shan, quick question.
Yes.
So one of my colleagues' parents, right? Like, they are in the hospital, right? With the dementia and everything. I'm just trying to see, like, if he kind of suggests, some of these marma, like not marma, but like exercises to them. Will that help them, like, as a quick
Yeah. So
remedy?
yeah. One of them should learn. So
Okay.
you can ask one of them, or you can learn, and you can give them some points, and that way immediately they can do certain things, because it is to be done by somebody else.
Somebody else, right?
So who has the knowledge, and who knows how to do the energy exercises, like energy. For them, they need to know a little bit of meditation practices. We don't even call it meditation. We don't have to call it. We can get them into this mode, and then some grounding techniques. If they do, they can do even if they're in the ICU. I have cases where they are in the ICU. They're like brain dead, and then they started to open up their eyes, slowly move their eyes, and then they come back, and then they come back to life, and they live for another few years. So there are that kind of cases are there. Practically it's happened. And I also have cases that fail also because of the communication. They are very new and they don't know what to do, that kind of thing. So when they are very receptive, then it is definitely possible. The person who is taking care, the caretaker, and they can really do a good job, and it'll help.
Yeah, I'll try to direct him to you, Dr. Shan. Probably, yeah, he might get with you.
Yeah,
So let's see. And
yeah.
one more other question. So I know, like you mentioned, like you have been practicing this from last 40 years, right? So for the like us, like who are just starting or getting these exercises, how beneficial will it be?
No, when I say 40 years, I haven't been practicing just this one particular thing for 40 years.
True,
That's
true.
not possible. As I evolved, as I told you, some techniques I learned, I learned things from the past yogis, many yogis, and then I recreated things from there. And so that example is this exercise, right? So I created that exercise, but it's with a combination. It's an evolution of, like, it's an upgraded exercise. Okay, it's an upgraded exercise. So it's not that I found long time back, but right now whatever you're learning, that you will be given that energy also from the yogis, etc. So your upliftment will be very easy. Like how you're teaching your kids some computer science, they can capture the way you learn. We learned computer science is very difficult, typing, and then using basic COBOL, all this programming we came up. But today there are easy methods of learning computer. They can upgrade very easily. Similarly, you can learn this very easily. You don't have to go the same path like me. Only you need a time, and you can upgrade your knowledge. It's not. It's going to be same effective, whatever.
Yeah.
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 So, Dr. Sean, you say you learn from past yogis. Who are your past yogis, or who do you learn it from then?
The yogis, not necessarily. See, yogi doesn't mean they have to be with a beard and they are known to many people. They are famous, etc. There are people who are very, very simple. They are siddhas. For example, I learned a technique from a blacksmith. Blacksmith, Tachan we call it. For they make this all the ornaments and all. No, So he learned a technique, from a astral body thing that he got information from an astral body. Another yogi comes on a particular day, on a full moon day, and he teaches him. And he tells that this particular you're not going to give to anybody, but only for few selected people. So I was one handful of people whom I learned. He's an ordinary person. He just things, but he is a yogi, for example, right? So like that, there are many things that I learned from electricians. They will be doing, things like that, So they in India, things are very, very weird, So we don't know who is a Siddha, who is a yogi.
Oh,
So
come on.
often
You act like you act like I don't know that. That happens in Vietnam too.
yeah.
And the other question I have is like, when you're talking about the battery on a car for our energetic body, I was like, okay, there are two types of cars that I tend to think about. There's the regular gas cars. They have what we call an auxiliary battery. That's like something that is in the front of the car. And then
You
there's
can,
the hybrid battery. Which one are you talking about?
let's talk about an electrical car. It's probably an electrical car. So kind of think about, like, you just charge, the battery and then use it up. So keep it simple, because, the fuel and everything, these things work like fuel and all, acts like as if you're eating food and it can, it's used up. Same way, you can relate to a gas car, but, to keep it simple, you can relate to an electrical car. Doesn't matter. The whole idea is, the analogy would be the physical structure. There is a liquid, there are charges moving the current, and then the output. The output is the brain, or what you call as the mind. That's the software. So the mind is the function of the headlight, the speakers, etc. They are the mind function in our body, like how we see our headlights, our ear speakers, mic, etc. So those kind of things you can connect with this. Okay, it's just an analogy, but things work that way only. We found that all the inventions that are happening outside has to do with that is inside our body only. You cannot make something very different, any other invention, right? Everything is happening in our body. Even the computer system is completely happening in this. That's what we invented, So, yes.
Dr. Shan, so people who have a dementia or Alzheimer, can they do the exercise only? Because they cannot do the Marma themselves, right? Sometime.
Yeah. They can do the exercise alone. Exercise alone is, if they start to increase, they do very slow process. They take rest and do next. They can relax after 6. They can take some pauses. They do another 6. Like this, you do one mandala,
Okay.
It is very, very good, very powerful.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And each one, or independently, you can do also. So this one you can do if you have only 5 minutes. What you do? I have only 3 minutes. I'm sitting in my the doctor's office waiting. You can do this or this. Anywhere you're waiting, you're traveling, you're in a car. There's a stop, red stop. It's a long stop. I have to wait for 2-3 minutes. You do one Marma point.
Okay.
So don't waste your time unnecessarily doing other things. Use your time very usefully, effectively, by integrating all our ancient knowledge every second, every minute. That's how you should do it. If you're looking for time, I have to wake up morning, you do all other things in life. All the other things are not going to be very useful. So focus and do things that are the niche area for higher consciousness.
Thank you.
Brings you up. Well, yes. Okay. Okay, so hope you like this. They might be a required assist. Rachel says they might also require assistance with balance while doing the exercise. Yeah, you're right. This is a very important point. So this exercise or all these exercises, if you're doing the physical exercises, of course, if they have a knee pain, those all, these are disclaimer, of course. You have to have an assistance if you have even a knee pain. But if you're definitely an ICU patient or somebody, you cannot do it by yourself. You may need some support, right? Old people need, even though exercise looks simple, it's not a very simple exercise. After 2-3 cycles, you can feel giddy. The reason why you can get giddy is that it's opening up first. After few cycles, the giddiness will go away. But in the beginning, you can get giddy also. So that's one of the side effect disclaimer. I usually have it in my slide. So today I decided not to use my slide, but thank you for Rachel for bringing that. Yes, this recording will be provided to everyone. Okay. Yes, you can. Onaji, you can have it. Yes. Yes. Last question. Any last question, feedback, comments? You're welcome. So do you think this will be useful? What do you think? Do you think this is going to help you?
Yes, 100%.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I wish you can teach about how to no aging for workshop. That would be even better because I'm more of a wear and tear type of guy.
Yeah, anti-aging. We'll do anti-aging workshop. Yes, of course. We'll do anti-aging workshop.
If you
It's a
can make
good
me
goal.
live 3,000
Andy,
years,
you are
I'm
still
happy.
young, Andy.
If I
Yeah,
live 3,000 years, I'm happy.
Yeah. You can live another 40,000 years. Don't worry. So what you want to do is what important. What you think, you will become that. If you want to live, if you don't want to die, you will not. So that's the thing, but you have to strongly believe in that epigenetics and it'll happen. Yeah. Yeah, there are in Chennai also, there are people who do Marma. You have to usually physically go there and they teach Marma, locally. There are many Marma experts throughout in Chennai also. I have some contacts I can share. Later you can, you can have Marma with them. And in Coimbatore and other areas also, there are very good Marma experts out there. A lot of people there are unknown, not known by many people. So many people do that Marma. They're not very famous, like how they don't know how to use the modern YouTube or anything, And usually Marma people or authentic people do not use much of the knowledge openly because of the things that are hidden beyond Marma. You need to take precautionary measures, use it in a proper way. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think, I think you probably will make use of this. So we'll see Monday tomorrow. So we'll wait for our IT team to Vinisha and other people. They will share the information. Okay. All right. So thank you all. So keep updated. So we'll keep join our chat group so that you will be updated on the next event. So try to, those who are local, just try to stop by for our retreat. That will be very, very, very useful. I teach a lot of techniques there, lot of very, very powerful techniques. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one.